Well, it's 8:30, so we're going to get this kicked off this morning. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining today. I am Kerry Cole, Wholesale Account Executive here at MLB. First and foremost, I am so honored to be stepping in for Laura Brandeo today. I have grown into a wise enough woman to know if when Laura Brandeo asks you to take the microphone, your answer is yes. So I truly appreciate the opportunity to spend a few minutes with all of you today. And before we get into anything, I want to just take a quick moment to acknowledge something very important. Each and every single one of you have already made a very, very powerful decision this morning. You chose to log in, you chose to be here, you chose to start your day with intention. You chose to invest your time starting your day in a remarkable way. Whether you realize it or not, you've already said yes. And that decision, as small as it may seem, is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. The power of saying yes. So before we get started, I want to try something really quick. I'm going to say a few statements, and if it's something you agree with, if it's something that resonates with you, I want you to say yes out loud. And I'm not talking a soft little whisper of the word yes. I want you to say yes like you really mean it. So is everyone with me?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Yes, I love it. Okay, here we go. You want to grow your business this year.
Yes.
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 You want more families in your pipeline.
Yes.
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 You want stronger relationships with your partners and clients.
Yes.
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 Awesome. We are all on the same page. Now, I want you to think about something. By the time we are 10 years old, we have heard the word no tens of thousands of times. Let that sink in. Tens of thousands of times hearing the word no. Experts estimate that by the time we are 10 years old, we have heard the word no between 20,000 and 40,000 times. No, don't do that. No, stop. No, be careful. No, you will get hurt. And what happens? That voice doesn't go away. It sometimes becomes our voice. So, as adults in business, in sales, in relationships, we hesitate. We second guess. We play it safe. And it is so easy to get stuck on the hesitation. Oh, I'll think about it. Let me circle back. Maybe next quarter. So when we choose to say yes, you're not only making a decision, you're actually breaking a lifetime of conditioning. And yes creates momentum. Here's what I've learned. Nothing happens until someone says yes. Every new relationship, every opportunity, every family that closes on their home. All of it started with a decision to move forward. All of it starts with yes. Let me ask you, have you ever had a deal come together because you leaned in instead of backing off? I bet you did. Have you ever had a relationship because you said yes to a conversation that initially you almost didn't take? I'm sure you did. And that's it. Yes creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Now, let's talk a little bit about the yes versus no mindset. And let's be real. No is really easy. I mean, it's really easy. Why is it easy? Because no protects you. No keeps things the same. No avoids risk at all cost. But I will also tell you, no kills growth. No slows down your relationships. And no limits your income. Now let's compare that to yes. Yes says, let's try it. Let's figure it out. Let's move forward. Yes creates growth. And I will tell you, growth does not happen when you stay comfortable. Growth happens when you step into uncertainty and say yes. And in our world, relationships are everything. People will not remember your rate sheets. They won't remember your programs. They won't remember your guidelines. They're not going to remember what systems you're using or not using or switching to. What they do remember is how you show up. And what happens when a tough scenario comes in across your desk? How do you show up? How do you respond? Do you say, no, that won't work? Or do you say, yes, let's see what we can do? What do you think your partners or clients want? Do they want someone who shuts things down? I don't think so. Do you think they want someone who finds a way forward? I would think they do. And that right there, that's our edge. That's your edge. And I'm not saying this is about blindly saying yes to anything and all things, because that's not what this is. It's a shift. It's a shift from no because to yes if. Yes, if we structure it differently. Yes, if we can document it in this way. Yes, if we could take one more step. There's always a solution if you're willing to look for it. I will tell you, yes builds trust, yes builds loyalty, and yes builds market share. And confidence doesn't come first. It's the action that has to come first. And yes creates that action. So yes builds confidence, not only in yourself, but in your clients. And when you consistently say yes, you become the person who figures things out. You become the person other people rely on, the go-to. You build trust faster than your competition. And here's my challenge to each and every one of you this week. Let's find opportunities to say yes when you normally wouldn't. Let me ask you, are you willing to take one more call this week? Are you willing to look at one scenario that you might have passed on? Are you willing to lean in instead of hesitating? And let's bring this back to where we started. Each and every one of you, you showed up today. You made a decision. You said yes. So let's build on that. Will you say yes to opportunity? Will you say yes to growth? Will you say yes to getting uncomfortable? I surely hope you will, because I do want to remind you that on that other side of yes is every single thing you're trying to build. Thank you, everybody, for making the intentional decision to be here this morning. Let's go and have a remarkable day. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank
Thanks so
you,
much,
Kerry.
Kerry.
Thank you,
You're
Kerry.
welcome.